Hello guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that little bell right there so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video. Okay? Enjoy.
What is up, guys? This is your boy and the Matrix. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. So if you're into any of those things, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Now, Tokyo Revengers, man. I've been reading the manga. I watched the first season on Crunchyroll, and I've really been digging it. But the more I look into the manga, the more I look into the Tokyo Revengers in general, I keep finding really cool things about it. For example, like it turns out that the manga artist Ken Wakui was actually a gang member. Yes, and here is a picture of him in his gang days. It looks like he was part of a gang back in the 2000s. Wow. Things were really different back then. And yeah, so I guess that's where he got inspiration for his story, which is really cool. You see, stories that are based on reality, on like actual things that happen, tend to have this impact on people, right? So not only that, but what he said, but what he said about the manga during an interview really caught my attention. He says it was an interview during 2019, right? He was interviewed about Tokyo Revengers, Mr. Ken Wakui, and he said the starting point came from my editor. He wanted to read about a story about Yankee, and by the way, Yankee is kind of like it's like a style in Japan. Usually for like, he's supposed to make it look like a badass, right? He said this interested me, but I had no idea what they are like today. This is how I came up with the idea of traveling through time so I could describe what Yankee were like in early 2000s when I was one of them, right? Yeah, so Yankee is basically like a style in Japan. And that's basically what gangsters use, like the way they stand, the way they kind of like the way they dress, in a way, like they sit down squatting, looking like they're taking a shit. They call it Yankees, so it has absolutely nothing to do with the with Yankees in America, like what the definition of a Yankee, what they used to refer people from America, back in the day. So. And here's another picture, actually, from the creator, Mr. Ken Wakui. Man, I can't say his name, but he is sitting at the lower left. That's him in the lower left with the headband, the white headband, squatting basically like a Yankee style. That's what they call it. And he was part of a gang called the Black Emperors, right? It says a post on Reddit suggested that the author was also part of the Black Emperor gang. And another thing is that the manga actually won a 44 Kodansha Manga Award in shonen category in 2021. So the fact that this was based on reality really makes the story even more appealing, because I am sure that a lot of people can relate to these characters, even if you're not in a gang. Look, I said it before in a previous video, I'm from the ghetto, okay? I was raised in the ghetto. I'm no longer living there, of course, but still, like, it's rough, man. It's really rough. The ghetto is no joke, and I've known people who were involved in gangs. I've never became friends with them, but like I've met people who were like in a gang, and thank God I've never got involved in shit like that. I had friends who've gotten involved in some serious trouble, when I was in high school, and I was always the goody, right? It's kind of like the nerdy type, the anime loving type in high school. So I've never really got into like any serious trouble. I always stay in my little corner, drawing pictures of anime, talking about anime and Final Fantasy. So, man, the fact that the story is based on I don't want to say true events, but inspired by true events. And then the author came with the idea of time traveling, similar to Erased, to basically explain what a Yankee was, you know, back in the 2000s. But gang life goes further than that, of course. And also, if you want to know a little more about the gang life in Japan, that what's happening now, I do recommend for you to watch my video, The Gang That's Replacing the Yakuza. Go ahead and watch that video. I'll put a link in the description or somewhere at the end of the video. So Tokyo Revengers, man, I'm reading the manga after watching season 1, and you know I just cannot wait for season 2 to come out. So it's a little too long for me. So go ahead and so you guys should go and check out Tokyo Revengers if you haven't watched it. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it, especially the fact since the actual manga artist was in a gang. My goodness. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like this video, comment below, and tell me what you think. This is And the Matrix. Godspeed.